Hey, welcome back to Let's Get Dirty Garage, where today we'll clean up the firewall and try and get ready for all the metal work to come. So should be interesting, and hopefully you enjoy it, and thanks for watching. So let's go ahead and let's get dirty. Is this thing on? Yeah. All right, let's start cleaning up the firewall here. I'm going to pull the AC box off. Looks like just a whole bunch of way too long half-inchers at this point. So let's see if we can zip this off and make short work of it. Of course, nothing is short work of a rusty old beast. But decided to actually cheat and get the power tools out. Pull all the bottom ones out first. So I got something to grab onto, and the top ones come off. As usual, they use way too many fasteners. Well, at least they all want to come out. That's a good sign. Guess they're all out. Easy button. Okay. One AC housing. Flapper door still moves, but not too many mouse houses or anything. All right, we'll get a wiper motor and brake booster next. All right, for the wiper motor, I mean, I've already pulled the linkage out. It's really not too bad. It's just one nut that attaches the arm, three bolts on this far side, on the driver's side, and a couple of bolts on the passenger side, and then you just got to weasel it out of there. But this style of wiper motor is the hidden park version. If you have non-hidden wipers, which was a option apparently, or I don't know, something was an option, optional something, but then you have like a little square motor that just kind of sits in there. You can tell the hideaway wipers by this round motor that hangs down in there, but just three 5/16 bolts that run through the firewall there. Obviously this is a lot easier with engine and so on out. Like I wouldn't want to tackle one of those heater boxes with the engine in, because that just seems like a knuckle buster. Zip this out. Nice. Some more cobwebs. But I believe that wiper motor still works, so we'll be able to recycle, reuse on that. And let's see, brake booster is a real pain in the patooties. It's almost impossible. It's not impossible, but almost impossible to get to these this side bolts with the inner fender well on and hood on and all that fun stuff. So this is almost like cheating when you got all the space to do it, but it's one of those things that might have been the very first thing down the assembly line. They built the car around it. I don't know. It seems logical. But just getting them freed up. If you're doing this while you still got the interior and stuff in it, make sure you don't forget to take the little clip and the pin out of the brake pedal, because you want the booster to come out as a whole unit. And they have an inch of threads that for some reason somebody thought they needed. Alright. And I just can't imagine doing this with everything in there, because my old fat meat mitts just don't fit down in there. Suppose I gotta crack these lines off. And I've had these lines off before, as I tried to put a master cylinder on here to get some breakage when we first got it, but those can always be tough. First thing you want to do if you get a vehicle that you're trying to bring back to life is really start soaking those lines down and with some sort of penetrating oil, some PB blasters or something. But if you can get them to break loose without twisting the lines off, you are in the top 1%, my friends. Sometimes soaking them down for a few days and a little bit of heat and gentle massaging, you can get lucky and get them so they don't twist the lines off. And just as I said, make sure you got the pin and the clip out, which I don't. Probably should take my own advice sometimes. And that wouldn't be any fun. All right, it's loose. Just gotta pokey. This is that little pin and a clip. Slides over it. Clips down on there, but you just got to pull that pin out. Make sure it's free from the pedal. All right, brake booster. And if this hasn't been off before, see there's a little bracket here for the brake lines. That could be going into the side of the bracket as well. So you need to back that one out in order to get everything out to come clean. So, all right, I'll start cleaning up some of these grounds and cables and go from there. All right, on this beast, there's 2 ground cables. There was one to each head. And then had to disconnect to get the engine to come out. Should be salvageable, but definitely want to make sure as you're doing any repair work and so on that you hook up those grounds again. See a lot of electrical troubles that end up with bad grounds, and trying to ground the engine to the battery, and then the battery to the body, and the body to the frame. Got all those ties that you really have to get complete before everything will work. So some random vacuum hoses. But, then there's a throttle cable that just a kind of a crusty grommet, very crusty. I don't know if that one's going to go back through there. And it's completely hardened. So we'll have to see what we can do from the inside here. Well, that clip comes out the front. And over here on the side, which we got to get for getting the body off, there's actually a couple of attachments here for the emergency brake that need to get off of there. That way that whole bracket for the emergency brake will come off. And you can free all that stuff up. Except that's the wrong size. All right. Okay, I think I got what I can get from this side. We'll move inside and start stripping the rest of that. All right, up underneath the dash here, and I'm gonna pull wiring harness, get the cables out of the way. Speedo cable, there's just a little grommet. You can shove that down through the hole. But on the emergency brake, there's a little clip over here that's got to come off. Then you can pass that cable out through the hole. And unplug the plunger, if it will. Ooh, that's been on there a while. Oh, crusty. Get that one off. Emergency brake comes out. Then it comes up through the floorboard. And kind of clips up through there, so kind of got to force those clips down back through so you can get it out of the car, because that actually comes through the frame. So if you're going to separate the body and the frame, that's a important step. So we'll try and get that one knocked out of there. Those are going to be extremely rusty. It's metal to metal, and I think I will throw some penetrating oil on that and let it soak for a while before I pull that one out. Get that in there, but all right, get the dimmer switch, and then we'll pull this fuse box out. Dimmer switch is just a couple of 5/16 heads bolts, and then the fuse box is actually 3 of them. One in every corner except for where the flasher is. This one's bolts too long, aren't they all? And this, the last one, should get that harness loose out of there, the fuse box anyways. That way we will be able to take everything up out of there. So this attachment runs to that rear harness. Through a clip. That's behind the insulation. This harness that goes down the floor pan goes to the back of the vehicle. Brake lights, tail lights, reverse lights. Actually has a dome lamp on it as well. So I'll try and pull that out all as one piece, so we can recycle and reuse. Okay, this is loose. Got the park brake soaking down. It's going to take a bit to get that soaked out of there. And I think since I was up, pull this vent cover off here. I think these side covers were the Astro ventilation. I know there's the vent on the passenger side. It was used for like a air intake on the AC or something like that, but a little vacuum connected to everything. So speed up this process just a little bit. the whizzer wrench. Everything glued to it, I think. Definitely sealed up well. Kind of mysteries are under the putty. Alright, now let's see if that's loose. Yep. Serious pile of goo sticking that thing on. Guess I didn't want it to leak, so. Alright, so that cleans up this side. And not sure if we'll pull that brake pedal down out of there or not. We'll figure that out. But for now, I'm gonna leave that in place. We'll switch over to the AC box on the other side. Alright, well, I've been soaking the emergency brake cable down and got it freed up in there, but if you want a nice little trick for getting those out, I know it's kind of a pain because it's got like 3 tabs going all the way around, so trying to get all those in together. Grab yourself a little hose clamp, slide that down on there until you grab a hold of all 3 of those fingers. And it doesn't have to be super tight, but tight enough to get those fingers compressed, and then you can kind of get that down through there. It'll slide through the hose clamp and should go down out of there. So, easy way to get all those fingers compressed all at the same time. So, good luck with that one. Alright, as far as I can tell, I think there's only just one last bolt holding this heater AC box in down on the bottom. I think all the other ones are coming in from the far side. Oop, I lied. One on the top. That came out with the insulation behind it. Actually looks in pretty decent shape, so I'm going to take it out with the controls and hoses and everything still attached, so don't have to remember how it goes back together. Alright, well, I think for the time being that firewall inside is pretty clean. Looks like we got just about everything off of there. And from the outside, also looking pretty clean. Got all the straps and all that fun stuff off of there, so everything should be good to go. That cleans up this end of it, and time to start actually fixing stuff. That would be a good thing. Well, that's going to do it for another edition of Let's Get Dirty Garage. I appreciate you watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Hopefully you found it informational, maybe entertaining, but I appreciate all of you. So, hey, listen, if you get a chance, share this with people that you think you might like, it, and we would really appreciate the support. So, anyways, thanks again. Time to get cleaned up, and we'll see you next time.